Morning, folks. Welcome to another daily devotional. This morning, I want us to think about the words of Jesus that we find in Mark chapter 12 and verse 30. One of the scribes had come up to him and said, "What is the greatest commandment?" And Jesus' reply was this: "And you shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, and with all your soul, and with all your mind, and with all your strength." One of the things that really encourages me is whenever I see someone really giving their all whenever you give them a job to do. I've seen this on numerous occasions when I have been part of the Go Relief team, when we have gone to different parts of Eastern Europe and also to Africa in order to undertake work. People are given specific tasks to do and they wholeheartedly do it. They give 100%. They could be out in the heat of the day in Africa, temperatures maybe in the high 30s, and sweat lashing off them, but they are still working away, carrying bricks, building walls, putting on roofs, putting in doors, tiling floors, whatever it happens to be. They are giving themselves totally to that particular thing. Whenever Jesus says that we're to love the Lord our God with all our heart, with all our soul, with all our mind, and with all our strength, what he is saying is we are to give ourselves 100% to God. We are to love God, love him with all of our heart. In other words, from the deepest part of our being, with all of our soul, with our whole person, and with all of our mind. In other words, we are to be people who think and people who know why we act the way we do. And of course, the reason why we act the way we do is because of what God has revealed in his word. So we are people of the word, of the Bible. And we are to do it with all of our strength. How easy it is to give second-hand service. You know what it's like, I'm sure, if you've got someone who you've given them a job to do and their heart's not in it and they take longer than they should. They don't accomplish as much as they ought. They just aren't really doing the job because they've no respect for you, they've no respect for the job, and they just won't give themselves to it. In the Christian life, we can't be like that with God. God loved us to such an extent that he gave his all for us. He sent his own beloved Son into the world, not just to be an example to show us how to live, but to go to the cross and to die, to actually take up the cross and to allow himself to be crucified, to endure the terrible pain of such a death. Jesus was God demonstrating to us that he loved us. Isn't that what John 3:16 says? For God so loved the world, his love was so great for us that he gave his only begotten Son. Now, if God so loved us, should we not also love him? And how should we love him? We should love him with all of our heart, all of our soul, all of our mind, and all of our strength. We have to admit, of course, that one of the problems is that we don't love God with all of our heart. We perhaps love him with 10% of our heart, or 30%, or 60%, or 70%. But brethren, we always hold back. There's always someone or something else that has a major place in our heart to which God should be given that place. So as we go out into our responsibilities today, and not just today, but in the weeks ahead, especially as we come up towards the end of another year and are looking into the year ahead, could we resolve that in 2021, with the help and grace of God, that we will strive to love the Lord our God more than we have ever done so. We will never, ever be able to love him with all of our heart and all of our soul and all of our mind and all of our strength. But if we love him more in 2021 than we did in 2020, well, at least we'll be moving towards the goal that we should be pursuing. So may God bless you today, and I hope you have a very blessed day. Of every blessing, brethren.